Hello, my name's AuraMaster 101.
Oh,
And today for Random Fact Thursday, we are playing Dicey Dungeons.
yeah.
A game about being a dice person.
Am I really annoying you now?
I sort of ignored it for right now because I was hoping you would be like, oh, hey, first random fact.
First random fact. Orson Welles voiced Unicron in the 1986 Transformers movie.
Okay.
Yep.
I did not know Orson Welles was still alive during the 80s.
He was like in his 90s.
Jesus, titty banging Christ.
I want to say he was in his 90s. I'll look it up real fast.
I was like trying to remember, like, how old was Orson Welles?
Orson Welles died in 1985. His last role was Unicron. And he died at the age of 70. So he wasn't 90, he was in the 70s.
I mean, at least
he was also in the Muppets movie.
Okay. That's interesting. What if we're all just Muppets?
That we would always be fisted.
Damn, that sounds like a... That sounds... I was about to say something weird.
The risque high-kicking can-can was considered too lewd for the general public back in 1866 and was banned from public performances in New York.
Oh ho ho. Titty croissant, titty croissant.
The Apache is a dramatic dance which some claim resembles a pimp dealing with a prostitute. The dance involves a woman being thrown about the floor by a man and ends up with the woman skidding across the floor in an act of violence and submission. The name of the dance has nothing to do with the Native American tribe, but rather the Parisian street gang.
Jesus Christ.
That is a god, technically, yes.
Jesus.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to hit intern. I was confused on why the pirate wasn't attacking.
Actor and stuntman Jackie Chan performs most of his own stunts, which are choreographed by the Jackie Chan stunt team. He has stated in interviews that the primary inspiration of most of his comedic stunts were films such as The General, starring Buster Keaton, who is known to perform his own stunts.
You know what my favorite Jackie Chan thing was?
What?
Jackie Chan Adventures.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Toru was like... Toru is the second best character named Toru to ever be animated.
Yep.
I love Toru's plot of he was the bad guy. He was like the main henchman, the main bad guy who was perfectly fine being the evil henchman until his master literally summons the devil, and then he thinks to himself, huh, maybe I'm not working for the good people here.
Maybe this is a fair
And then he switches sides.
Didn't he also switch sides because he's like, hey, you guys have dental, right?
He asked that later. No, that's when he started working for him. Because they were like, well, you can man the shop with. And Toru was like, well, I can. I don't have to be just the person you call up to go adventuring with. I can, like, help out around. So they end up hiring him. He goes, huh, you guys have dental, right?
Oh, should I go with the spiked shield or the boomerang?
Boomerang.
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 Boomerang. Boomerang blade. Boomerang blade.
Famous stuntman Buster Keaton is particularly famous for one of his stunts where he literally had an entire building collapse on top of him, and he stood in directly one spot where he said he was going to be safe. That when the entire building collapsed around him, the wall would fall out, and he would be safe the wall would fall at such an angle, the rubble would miss him if he passed through the window, and then he'd be safe. The people who filmed it literally thought he was going to commit suicide, and only one person stayed to actually man the camera. Everyone else left because they weren't going to watch him kill himself. He actually managed to pull off the stunt.
Oh, I think I've seen that. Like,
Yeah, it's like really old, grainy footage, yeah, of just an entire building collapsing on it.
Yeah, like, it was like a whole video of, like, stunts from the 1920s. And that was one of them, I believe. Damn, that should be crazy. Yeah, I forgot how fun this game was.
Singers Tom Jones and Engelbert Humperdinck are old friends who often play darts together. During the 1970s, they purchased 30-acre ranch and settled for the fishing rights by playing a game of darts. For the record, Jones won.
Hey, good for him.
I'm Tom Jones. Got an apple. 100 apples. A rare 1823 copy of the Declaration of Independence sold at auction for $477,650. In 2007, Michael Sparks found it while browsing through a Nashville thrift store. When he asked for the price, the yellow shackled roll document, the clerk marked it at $22.48.
Huh. Oh, that kind of sucks, but oh well. Okay, let's fight this handyman.
Weight Watchers began in 1961 when an obese Brooklyn housewife, Jean Nichik, tried to lose weight. She held meetings in her home to discuss ways of losing weight. Within a few months, people were lining up on the street to attend. In 1963, she created Weight Watchers and formalized the ideas developed from those meetings. Druids are usually from a noble extraction and trained from childhood. To become a druid required 20 years of education.
But in D&D, it's just like, hey, I'm a forest person that really likes mushrooms.
I'm a forest person who really likes mushrooms. Although I would like to play a druid one of these days that's like a naturalist. I want to play the David Attenborough of D&D and just show up as a druid and just like narrate what's going on.
Jesus Christ.
Or maybe another way to play a druid would be you could play, I don't know if this would be more of a ranger though, but play a druid that's based off of like Steve Irwin, the Crocodile Hunter.
Okay.
I think those would be fun.
Yeah, I think those would be neat as well.
There's different ways to play druid other than just being a hippie.
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? I've had thoughts about playing a druid that is the Circle of the Spores. Because if you want an honest opinion from me, I don't play druid because I feel like wild shape is too much to keep up with.
I understand that. Although I played a character in your game that was a druid that was basically just permanently wild shaped.
So yes, I remember the bird.
That was a druid that was an unconventional druid as well.
Yeah, you're right.
Did I piss you off by playing a bird?
To be honest, I should have put my foot down a little harder instead of just being like, Chris, you can play a bird. I should have been like, okay, Chris, I'm not going to let you play out just a straight-up bird. However, there's this race of people in Ravenloft called were-ravens that you could play. I should have did that, but it just...
We could have been like, okay, your choices are Aarakocra and Kenku. Pick one.
Yeah, I could have... Well, that would have been kind of rude to do, I feel. Like...
Yeah.
I don't immediately want to shoot down a player's ideas.
I understand.
Unless they get real weird.
Last random fact of the day, like my cat.
Oh, it's
like the cat that I tried to play one time.
We don't talk about QB.
One might say the Earth is thin-skinned, but that's all relative. The distance from... What is this fact phrased? The distance from the surface of the core to the Earth's core is around 3,963 miles, but the solid skin of the planet is only 41 miles thick.
What the fuckles?
Has been this episode of Random Fact Thursday.
Yep.
Bye, guys, girls, non-binary pals.
We're ending it on me fighting a squid. Bye, y'all.
Woo!